that interesting.
You are interesting. What are you talking about? Why don't you think you're interesting? I'm sure a lot of people would come in here and disagree.
Well, I think you have to be, in order to, I think, be a collector of anything besides Avon bottles or Jim Beam bottles or mass-produced precious moments or whatever. To be a collector, you have to be curious.
Yes.
You have to be inquisitive, interested in things, their history. And because when you go to a store and you walk in and say you go to the Hallmark store and you walk in, oh my goodness, look at that. It's a new precious moment. I'm going to get this. Or, oh, look, it's Christmas time and there's a new Hallmark Christmas ornament this year with this really cute teddy bear with the year on its tummy. Gotta have it. Okay, so you walk in and you buy that and it's over with. I mean, do you remember? Do you think about it? Do you remember how you got it, where you got it, what trouble you went to get it? No, you don't. Because it was easily attainable. Mm-hmm. But when you're a collector, particularly of folk art or any kind of art, any hard to come by, difficult to find thing, then you remember where you got it. You remember what you went through to get it. Mm-hmm. You remember how much you loved it. You remember how much you've always loved it. Mm-hmm. You know, it's just a whole different thing. So then you have this relationship with this stuff that you've spent years dusting, cleaning, placing, moving, and for me, it's very fulfilling to have my stuff around me. Mm-hmm. I would not feel good unless I'm kind of closed in to have the comfort of this stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't let that many people in my house, particularly people who are in the neighborhood here, because they would think I'm even stranger than what I appear to be outside. I don't know, because it's, but for me it's not strange, because most of my friends, particularly my friends who've been in the same business for years, we all live kind of the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Enclosed by your stuff.
Yeah, by your stuff. You've got your stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And your stuff is important mm-hmm. to you. And not in a way that what do you call that? Being
materialistic.
Materialistic.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I don't think it can qualify as being materialistic. Do you?
I've been told that I'm a materialist. A boyfriend once told me that. And at first I was offended, but then I was like, there's nothing wrong with finding pleasure in the physical, in the objects, especially when I accumulated this. Nobody else has this.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I think to me, when somebody says, oh, they're so materialistic, that means they love money, and they love this, going to stores and buying vast quantities of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I don't go to stores and buy vast quantities of stuff because I can't find it anymore.
Yeah.
And my house is too full. And most of what I got did not cost that much. Really and truly. Most of what I have I didn't spend a tremendous amount of money on.
Yeah.
People, I've had the same sofa for 45 years, maybe longer.
The green one?
Yeah, at least 45 years. It may be probably longer. The same sofa. Now, how many people can say that they have the same sofa?
In this day, no. Like nobody.
I've had that chair for 50 years. I've had a desk for 50 years. 50 years.
Mm-hmm.
I've been cleaning this stuff for 50 years.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't think that's materialistic, do you?
No. I think people confuse consumerists with materialists. And I don't think materialist necessarily needs to be a bad word.
No. Now, I have known people in this business, the antique business, the collectibles, antique business, whatever you want to call it, who I would not consider to be a true, they would buy and sell, okay, but basically they were just buying they were hoarders. Hoarders. The whole thing was in the satisfaction they got from acquiring it.
Mm-hmm.
Once they got it, and they got it home, 9 chances out of 10, if they hadn't turned around and sold it, it was just in a box, stacked on another box, stacked on another box, and shoved in a corner, and then stuff stacked around it, and forgotten about. So, basically, they never were really making any money. What they were doing was just rolling it over and over and over. So say if you started out with $2,000, it was just the same $2,000 over and over and over again.
Yeah.
Because unless you're a really high-end antique dealer, you're not making any money.
No. Well, because you're going to keep all of the
You're
good
9
stuff.
chances out of 10, you are probably going to keep the best of the best. If you have to sell some of it, which I have been forced to in my life, you do, but you still cling to the things that really appeal to you most. But the people who are the hoarders, nothing is ever set out. My friend Tim, like he has a checkbook full of stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and great stuff. really great stuff. And he loves his stuff. But you can go to his house and you could sit
Move around.
and you can look at this stuff because he's got it in there and it's arranged. Now that is a collector. And an acquirer is one who just gets it.
Yeah.
It takes time. It just sets it anywhere. There's no love for it.
No.
Once you've got it, you don't love it. You just had to acquire it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You moved from Elmwood, which was a huge, magnificent house, here to tiny town. How did you decide what came with you and what you had to sell?
It was just, there's some things I wish I'd kept that I didn't. I was pretty crazy at the time. I was very, I think I'd had a nervous breakdown, okay? And I had realized, I had come to the point in my life that I was broke. I didn't have any money. Did you know all this?
Yeah.
Did Susan tell you,
Yeah.
your mother?
Not until after the fact.
Huh?
Not until after the move and...
I had no money. I was so depressed. I was just a raven. I just was, you know. I knew I had to get out of that house. I couldn't afford to stay there. It was so expensive. So I knew I had to get out of there. The fact that I was totally out of money, the fact that what the fuck was I going to do? I was in a bad way. Then, so well, I got to sell his house. So I did. And how did I choose what I chose what I really loved. I kept a lot. I kept all that blue and white I gave to your mother. That was all mine. It's in the kitchen. And that's the good stuff too. That's not shit.
Yeah.
And I got rid of a ton of stuff. I sold a lot of stuff. And wish I had kept some things I sold. Yeah, I do. Would I have done things differently had I been in my right mind? Absolutely.
Easier said than done. Shoulda, woulda, coulda.
No, I don't particularly like it here.
Yeah.
But I don't know as if I've ever been content.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's something about contentment I don't understand.
Yeah.
Are you contented?